Okay. Uh,
Jai
Namaste to
Jagannath.
everyone.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Yes. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste to everyone. Jai Jagannath. I am Anabhas Chakraborty from Dhaka, Bangladesh. On this auspicious occasion of Maha Shivaratri, one of the most significant festival dedicated to the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan Shiva, we have gathered here today for a special discussion. In this session, we will delve into the significance of Maha Shivaratri, the worship of Bhagavan Shiva, and the Shivaratri Brata. However, among the Hindu community in Bangladesh, particularly among Bengali speaking Hindus, there exists a certain level of confusion and debate regarding this skirt festival. Due to this uncertainties, we often observe various disputes surrendering Sivaratri celebration in this region. Some Vaishnava sects refer to Supreme Bhagavan Shiva as the Param Vaishnava, while another faction within Vaishnavism regards Bhagavan Shiva as a tamasic deity or a tamasic devotees, uh, discouraging his worship. This has led to numerous misunderstanding about Bhagavan Shiva in Bengali. To address these misconceptions and provide clarity, we have taken to initiative to hold this discussion on the uh, skirt occasion of Maha Shivaratri. Join us today in this decision discussion is the respected founder of the Jagannatha Vallabha Vedic Research Center, Italy, this revered Sannasini, Srimati Mata Parama Karuna Devi. Parama Karuna Devi has spent many years in India's holy places, particularly in Puri, studying and researching these Vedas, Vedanta, and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Her English commentary of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita has gained with spirit recognition. I extend to my deepest gratitude and sincere appreciations to Mataji Parama Karuna Devi for joining us today in this special event. Namaskar Mataji, Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath. Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you, Anuvesh. We know that in Dhaka, Hindus are now, in Bangladesh in general, Hindus are now going through a very difficult time. So it's all more important to focus on the knowledge, the realization of Bhagavan, because we can find comfort, encouragement, strength, inspiration. So we can go through all the difficulties in life. This is what the bhakti can do for us. Bhakti is a devotional service to God, Bhagavan Bhakti, Ishvara Bhakti. So we are focusing our devotion on the Supreme Personality of God, and we are getting all our inspiration from this meditation. So we are celebrating Maha Shivaratri, each one in their way, whatever we can do. There is no hard rule, no strict rule for celebrating Maha Shivaratri. And Mahadev is very kind and accepting whatever we can offer. Mahadev is also called Bhole Baba. Bhole Baba means he's taking care of a simple-minded person, all the simple-minded people. And another name of Shiva is Bhutanath. He's even taking care of the ghosts and even the very strange people. So we shouldn't be afraid of offering our worship and meditation to Mahadev. In fact, whatever we can do on this occasion always will have a very strong benefit for us and for the world in general. Usually devotees try to fast and stay awake all night because they're meditating on Mahadev. On this particular occasion, there are different stories in connection with this day. One of the most popular stories is that on this day, Mahadev saved the world by drinking the poison. Because when the Devas and the Asuras were churning the Kshirosagar, the ocean of milk, to get the Amrit, the nectar, then first all the poison came up, the black poison, and everybody was scared. They said, what we will do with all this poison? So the only one who could help was Shiva Mahadev, who drank the poison and kept it in his throat. This is why his throat is blue or black. And the name going with this lila is Nilakant, which means black throat. And all the devas were all worried when Shiva had drank the poison, and so they were trying to help. So they stayed up all night, trying to support, to give their energy, their worship to Shiva, so that to show their gratitude and devotion. Now, this is also the night when Shiva and Parvati get married. This is a very interesting story because Parvati is not an ordinary person. Parvati is an avatar of Mother Durga. So this is the celebration of the union between Shiva and Parvati. Now, coming to your question, that many Vaishnavas think that they are confused about Shiva and they think he is a tamasic deity. But that's not a fact. Shiva controls the tamas, controls tamaguna. Shiva controls the ahankara. To say that Shiva is tamasic is like saying that the manager of a jail is a convict. It's not, it doesn't stand. Or like saying that the owner of a goshala is a cow. It's not the same thing. The owner of a goshala makes the milk, but by taking care of the cows and getting the milk from the cows. The owner of the goshala doesn't make the milk himself. So in the same way, Shiva Mahadev is controlling the darkness that is a part of God. Okay, so the Shastras explain that Shiva is Vishnu himself, but when Vishnu manifests in this world, it takes the form of Shiva, who is the father of the material world. And Shiva acts as the Param Guru, So Vaishnava should know that Shiva is the Param Guru. How it is possible that the Param Guru is a tamasic person? Just not possible. It's a contradiction in terms. So the problem is that people who are confused in this way have been influenced by some level of Abrahamic mentality, where God is not really one. They say that's monotheism, but in fact it's not real monotheism. Hinduism is a real monotheism, because the Abrahamics say there is my God and there is your God. So that means there are two gods, not one. They say your God is bad and my God is good. But that's not possible, because God is one. God is all good. It's against the definition of God. So basically, the people who are confused, they think that there is some kind of competition between the personalities of God. But that is not a fact. God, we say in Hinduism, we say God is one, but it manifests in many, many forms, many, many personalities. And each personality, each form, each name has some particular, manifests some particular qualities. Now, the material world is a place of ignorance. That is why Mahadev, who is taking care of the material world as the father of this world, is sometimes perceived as controlling ignorance, controlling tamas, controlling darkness. But that doesn't mean that he is controlled by darkness. That is a difference. Okay. Now, another big confusion that people have is about the Shiva Lingam.
Yes, Mata.
So, people are confused, they don't know what the linga is. In Sanskrit grammar, linga means form. Okay? It's not particularly a male form. It's not a female form. It's a non-manifested form. We can say without shape. It's a form without shape that can take any shape. It can take any form because it contains all the forms. Just like the color black contains all the colors. If you take, these colors we use in school, for painting, doing drawings and paintings, we take all the colors, we mix them together, what you get? You get black. So the black contains all the colors. So the non-form of the Shiva Lingam contains all the forms. It's the same way. Now, there are some Jyotirlingas. Jyotirlingas are some original Shiva Lingams that were installed a very long time ago, in ancient times. So, originally there were 64 Shiva Lingams, of which 12 are most famous. These 12 Jyotirlingam, Swayambhulingam, are called Somanath, Mallikarjuna, Mahakaleshwar, Omkareshwar, Baidyanath, Bhimashankar, Rameshwaram, Nageshwaram, Vishwanath, Triambakeshwara, Kedarnath, and Grishneshwar. These are the 12 most famous Jyotirlingas. And they are in specific holy cities. Okay, like Somanath is one of the most famous because it protects the Prabhasa Kshetra. Prabhasa Kshetra was a very important pilgrimage site. We see in the Bhagavata Purana, in the stories in the Krishna Lila, that Krishna and all the Yadus were going to Prabhasa Kshetra for pilgrimage. So that was because Somanath Jyotirlinga was there. Unfortunately, Somanath was right on the path of the Arab invasions. So it was destroyed many times, and it was rebuilt after independence. The Somanath temple was rebuilt after independence. Another very famous one is Mahakaleshwar, which is in the zone of Maharashtra, Gujarat. You know, there are several there. So Mahakaleshwar is Jyotirlingam. That is in Madhya Pradesh, on the side of the holy river Shipra. Oh. So the Mahakaleshwar Jyotirlinga is Swayambhu, also manifested by itself. Manifested by itself means it was not sculpted, it was not made. You know, it came in that form already. The lingas can have very different forms. They can be long, they can be tall, they can be round. Kedarnath, for example, is in the shape of a mountain. So the Jyotir is the idea that the form of Shiva is light, is pure light. So this is the meaning of Jyotirlingam. Let's see what else we can say about that. Vaishnavas sometimes are a bit confused, but what to do? The idea that Vishnu is Param Vaishnava is true, because also in the Bhagavata Purana there is Sukadeva Goswami who's speaking about the 12 Mahajan and listing Mahadeva as one of the most important authorities on Bhakti to Vishnu. And there is even this verse saying Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambhu. Sambhu is the greatest Vaishnava. But this is a lila. So Mahadeva Shiva worships Vishnu and Vishnu worships Shiva. It's going both ways. It's not going one way. It's going both ways. So we cannot think that Shiva is inferior to Vishnu, because that would be a mistake. That would be a mistake. So we have to pray, to meditate on Shiva, to offer our worship, our pranam, our devotion to Shiva, because Shiva can help us understand Vishnu. Shiva is much more, available than Vishnu. If we want to worship Vishnu directly, it will be difficult. But if we want to worship Shiva, that will be much easier. Shiva is much more available and will help more than Vishnu does. Whether we want material blessings or spiritual blessings, if we worship, we offer devotion and meditation to Shiva, we will be blessed. So this is my humble request to everyone. Please remember Shiva Mahadeva, offer your devotion, offer your respect, and your life will be blessed. And you will have all the help and support and everything. But don't think that the greatest purpose of life is to get material blessings. The highest purpose of life is to attain moksha. There are the four purusharthas: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma, if we don't, understand and practice dharma, we cannot have artha. If we don't have artha, it's difficult to get kama. Very difficult. After we have understood how the material world is working, okay.